in your life. There's nothing like a successful woman.
And also, this one I was kind of surprised when they came up with that. At times we wear t-shirts, and the words on the t-shirts is, if you're going to wear a t-shirt, say sex, rock and roll, and sausages. You know, some of the words that you say on your t-shirts attracts people. Yeah? Even for the guys as well. Yeah. If you're wearing a t-shirt like that, sex, rock and roll, and drugs. What kind of, I don't know, what kind of message are you sending out to people around you? Also do attract people. Okay?
No. It's just an African mentality that once you finish uni, you have to get married. But God's time is the best time.
Amen. Amen.
God's time is the best time. So you could be 21 when you've accomplished everything that you want to accomplish. Doesn't necessarily mean that you have to get married. You still have to mature and be able to say, because what I always say to my mom here is that, fair enough, I'm at the age where you want to advise me to get married, but am I ready to go into somebody's house and take their son and say that I'm going to look after your son? Because once you put that ring on that hand, once you exchange, there is no going back. You're saying to my mom and dad that, yeah, I can look after your daughter. And I'm saying to your mom and dad, yeah, I can look after your son. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you can have everything, but you have to be mature. You have to, know what kind of marriage is about. Maybe if it means talking to some of the aunties and uncles that you see that they've been married for some years and getting some advice, then you think about it. And if you're ready, then you're ready. So
the right priorities. What is his priorities? Every time he's talking, there's nothing in his future. He's not talking about anything in future. Every time, when this happens, we're going to enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Please. The guy's talking, he's saying, okay, when I get to university, I want to do this so that I can branch into this and do this. You see what I'm saying? You see, sometimes we waste our time talking about love when we don't need that. When there's no food on your table, love does not mean anything. Seriously. Ask the guy, Kofi, what are you going to do? He's still writing the same message over and over and over again. What are you doing? Nothing about his future. And that's the person you want to jump into his boat. Girl, watch out. The girl you are dealing with, the girl doesn't talk about anything. All he talks about is long hair, long heels, and everything. Moving. Everything is about fashion. Your money, all. I remember with first day, I was just doing wash and wear.
Education. So it's not something to hide from, but you need to know. Yeah? And please be truthful. So many, every time I went onto the net to check like statistics and things, people between the age of 40 and 44 were the highest divorcees. Why? Because life begins at 40. You've all heard that saying. So you're 40 now and you see, this man is beating me, he doesn't help me, he's lazy, he's this. I'm tired. I think I want a divorce. And you've been through it. Can you imagine being married for 20-something years and then divorcing at 40 because you are tired of the relationship? But that's the time when you could have been enjoying if you had planned it properly. You see? So instead of just going into a relationship, try and do a bit of research. How are these people like? Do they like me? How is the mother like? Oh, is the mother very protective? Oh, is she helpful? Is she good with money? Is she, all these things you have to think about it.
Okay, and our friends as well. Our friends at times make us a target. It tells us that show me your friends and I'll show you your character. Obviously it's not just because you hang around with a group of girls and or a group of guys and they've all done it, doesn't mean that you've done it. But at times as well, if you're in a group and all your friends have done it, and especially being girls as well, if you're in a group and all your friends have done it, and the guy sees that, oh, these girls they've all, they're easy target to attract. So they come to you as well, but probably you're not like that. But we need to kind of be careful with our friends as well. And at times when they say that, I have done it. Why? How come you are still sitting there? To be honest with you, most of it, they're lying to you. So don't be easily attracted to what your friend says or not. Your friend says, because they might not have done anything. They're just saying it so that, you go and do it. And when you come, they laugh at you.
No, I don't believe practice does make perfect. Like, some people, they can practice for years, but no matter what, they're still going to get it wrong. Like, that's the honest truth. I think if you, as I said before, if you've got God behind you and you're praying about it and everything, there's no such thing as practice makes perfect. God will make it good at the right time.
Beauty below the skin. Please look at the girl. If everything, hair is counterfeit, teeth counterfeit, color counterfeit, everything counterfeit. Guys, please, it should tell you that in UK here, some of the teenagers, they are old ladies, their teeth, all of them is artificial. So when they remove it, you will run away. So stop eating sweets so you can keep all your nice teeth. Amen.
So they'll go on and on and on. But if they realize that you said no, and you said no like 5 times or 10 times, they will stop. But if your no, 1 minute is a no, then the next minute is a yes, you're not setting yourself those values. So have yourself some values. Value yourself, value your body, value who you are. And also I think one of the things that causes us to become targets is that we lose confidence. It's for both guys and girls as well. You need to have self-confidence. If you don't tell yourself that I am beautiful or every single day, or it's not vain, there's difference between being vain and there's difference between appreciating who you are. Don't expect somebody to see you on the street and tell you, oh, Hannah, you are beautiful. You need to look into yourself and value who you are. Tell yourself day in and day out that you're beautiful, some kind of confidence, so that if somebody comes to you and try to sweet talk you and do certain things, you not easily fall into it. Yeah?
Okay, conclusion. Let me encourage you that God has a plan for you. It takes a step of faith and believe in Him that He's gonna give you that right person. Just wait on God, be patient. Just because your friends around you are not being you, be patient. I encourage you to be patient because you don't want to miss your Mr. Right or your Mrs. Right. I really can't take any more questions at the moment. I'm really sorry. My time is up. Sorry, guys.
Simple. Okay, the last thing I'm going to talk about character, the relationship the person has with his parent. You need to watch that one too. Don't just jump in. He said, yeah, I'm just married him. You are lying. If your in-law starts their wahala, you will run from the house. Nobody will sack you. You yourself will go. Especially the boys' moms. Get ready for them. But I pray, all those wicked in-laws, they are not here. Amen. Amen. They are in Morocco. Amen. So please, when you go to their house, sometimes it is not about the boy. We the girls, you go to the man's house, he wants to introduce you. You go there, the mom is cooking, you are in the kitchen, tidying up your nails. Do you know what you are just telling them? You're just telling them that you are rubbish. It's true, you are just rubbish. You are not worth to be my son. They'll be watching. You go there, oh man, please, let me help you. You start. You just sending a signal that, I am good. I can take care of your son. But you go there and sit down, we are not good for the kitchen. Who should take you home?
Because one thing can lead to another. And they also said, one guy tells me, refrain from kissing. At times we make a big deal about this stuff, but when you kiss, after kissing, what else do? One thing you'll be touching, and by the time you've realized, you've let yourself go and you can't go back to the beginning again. So refrain from those stuff. And